We are doing this today. We are getting it on with our witchcraft. So, with the world falling into shit, right? We have to look at the pragmatic application of this, the preservation of culture and history and all of the things that we go live to do, right? And now, what is it that the Spell of the Day Challenge has been? It's been an infrastructure development tool so that those people that want to participate can go to their local stores and purchase the herbs and ingredients every week, or that they can buy in bulk and support the wholesale suppliers, right? So that it creates a community support, right? You buy the herbs from the vendors are able to do their thing, right? And then you have the relationship between the individual who's doing the spell of the day with the shop owner, because they're buying really, really awesome ingredients. And then there becomes a dialogue, and then there becomes an interaction and a relationship that gets formed because of this project, right? And so facilitating this project so that way you get to know your local suppliers of herbs, your ingredients. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy? You know, this is all part of what it means to do witchcraft, right? Part of what it means to be part of a craft, right? And witches are nothing if not industrious, right? We will put on a side hustle that will hustle out like nobody's business. What's up, Sandy? How you doing? So, what do we have to do when it comes to the application of our witchcraft today, right? Well, sassafras root is used to hold money to your possession. So if you've got money and financing that you need to hang on to, sassafras root. Put a little bit of that shit in your wallet, stuff is good. But it also allows you to hang on to ideas and to things and to the reason why, right? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm going to go out to brunch after here and, go hang out with some friends I haven't seen in a few months. So this will be fun. But that idea to hang on to stuff that you haven't seen, or the idea that you've got money, right? What is money? Money is an exchange of currency that's exchanged for goods and services, providing an equal exchange rate, right? It's like, if I need this from this, I want to buy this over here. Well, what's the exchange rate, right? And so witches, we do this is, how do we do that, right? How do we get the equal exchange from goods and services to outcome and input, right? Input being the spellcraft, outcome being the type of spell that we're creating from it for clients and such like that. So that's a conversation that requires a more in-depth look at your infrastructure, your relationship with the community, right? What can you do and how can you reassure that that stuff works, right? Well, this is where you have to go in on it, right? Like, this is where you have to go all in on the application of what is that next level of development, right? In this next level of development, you're going to say, okay, well, Brian, you've got the sassafras root, which is going to help me hold on to the shit that I've got. Then you've got what other ingredients? Well, we've got vervain is designed to hold on to the manifestation and help it manifest, right? The carrier and conductor of wishes, right? And specifically dealing with fae spirits, right? Then you've got horsetail. Horsetail is a fun one. So if you've got the Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Herbs, right? Like, great book. On page 142, the horsetail, right? Whistles are used to make the stems of the horsetail, and when played, we'll call snakes to the musicians. So snake charming, right? Horsetail is also used as fertility mixtures or placed in the bedroom for this purpose. So they use it for snake charming and fertility, but in hoodoo, they use it for strength of will, right? Being able to overcome, whatever situation you have. Like, if you ever use the horsetail whip in Chinese magic, you've got the opportunity to, lay the smackdown on the spirits, right? So you've got not just the flail that used for self-flagellation, but the horsetail whip, which is used to order spirits or spread the sacred water and things like that. Have you ever been hit by a horse's tail when you're sitting on it and it smacks it and it's like, ow, and the stinging? Yeah, kind of like that. So it drives the will home, right? Because it doesn't move without action. It doesn't move without stimulation and purpose, right? Like, in this case, the horse's tail is to get the flies off your honey, right? So we're going to use this first. And so Why am I using this one first instead of the sassafras? Well, because this is for the strength of will, so that you have the will to get your manifestation and to hold on to it, right? So horsetail first, vervain second. So what you desire to have manifest is first, right? So this is your horsetail. Then it's your desired made manifest with the vervain. And then you get out your microplane, yay. And you shave down some of the sassafras root. And then what are you going to be able to do with this? You're going to be able to put this in your wallet. You're going to be able to put this in an incense burner. You're going to be able to do a lot of different things. And this kind of thing will help you hang on to the stuff you've got, as well as bring new things to you, so long as they serve your purpose, right? And it's not about being materialistic. I'm not talking about just the fiscal side of money. I'm talking about the conceptual side of money. That money is an arrangement. Money is a proof of service rendered, right? So if your value and your services are rendered more than the value of the money, then you've got a positive exchange where everybody wins. The individual who's purchasing from you wins. The individual who is getting the money wins because they can buy other things to supplement the infrastructure that will allow them to serve their people better, right? And so you have this economic understanding that the relationship between you, between money, between your people, between what your people are going to do with it, what they have to do to earn it, and how you could help and serve everybody along the way. That's what it means to pull in the manifestation. That's what it means to pull on the financial benefits of this kind of spell, is because everybody wins along the sequence. Nobody loses, right? And so that kind of an application of creating a blend of fortune, right? Sassafras root is fantastic for that. Vervain is fantastic for that. Horsetail, fertility. You're impregnating this idea, right? You're giving this idea strength and body and character. So that way, what you do is you're creating a money drawing powder, right? You're creating a fortune drawing powder where it's not just about your fortunes, but the fortunes of the people that are being served by the things that the people that are learning what you have to serve them with get to benefit by. Meaning, I'm not so much concerned about the people I directly teach. I am concerned about the people that those that I directly teach are teaching, right? I want to make sure that my students have the best application of this stuff so that they can take it out into the world. They can take it into the marketplace. They have a foundation upon which they can stand that will allow them to work in earnest to serve their people, right? And so by doing something like this, by creating this blend, you've got something that has that capacity, right? And so holding on to the financial gain, right? Holding on to that ideal, which is why we bring in the sassafras root, with the manifestation of your desire with the vervain, you've got that conversation set and ready, right? So that nothing is outside of your wheelhouse, as it were. You know who's going to be able to get served by what skill, and everything follows along the divine path, right? Because we are the extension of the divine. And so by including this kind of thought into the work that we do in order to be able to pull it forward, right? We then are able to develop in a much more robust kind of way. So I'm going to throw this on some incense coals, do a house blessing for it. Now, I don't expect y'all to be with me for that. I'm going to shut off the video here, and I will see you tomorrow morning for the spell of the day, and tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the right in the afternoon. The spell of the day this week will be the last week that I do this at 10 a.m. So get your questions in, get your applications in for the next step of the process, because after this, we're going to talk about the 72 demons of the Pseudomonarchia Daemonium, right? Or the spirits of the Goetia. How to do them through herbal conjure, right? What does that mean? Oh, that means making the seals, making the ingredients, making the blessings. So like the whole reconfiguration of the Workable Witchery Workshop is about creating workable magic using those things that are herbal, those things that are spiritual, and combining them with the practical. So stay safe, my friends. Mind your allergies with this stuff. And if you're looking at the lists, there is the woody nightshade on there. Do not poison yourself with that. The black nightshade will 2 different plants. One's henbane, one's belladonna. Just don't poison yourself, all right? That's like the last thing you want to do. So mind your allergies with this shit, folks. Stay safe and don't be evil. I will chat with you tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody.